With just over 3 months to go, the trailer for Wednesday Season 2 is finally here. And yes, it's packed with hidden clues, cryptic references, and potential connections that raise way more questions than answers. But the biggest reveal, Netflix has officially confirmed that Season 2 will be split into 2 parts. Part 1 drops on August 6th, 2025, and Part 2 follows just a few weeks later on September 3rd. The trailer runs a little over 2 minutes and it already sets the tone. This season is darker, sharper, and way more intense. In Season 1, we met Wednesday as the new outcast at Nevermore Academy, just starting to find her place. But this time, she's not just a student, she's at the center of something much bigger and far more dangerous. In this video, we're diving deep into every frame of the trailer, breaking down all the hidden details, fan theories, and Easter eggs you might have missed. But before we get into it, make sure you're subscribed. Most people watching still aren't. So hit that button if you don't want to miss any updates or twisted new theories from the world of Wednesday. The Wednesday Season 2 trailer kicks off exactly the way it should, with dark humor, a signature of both the Addams Family and Tim Burton himself. Right off the bat, we see Wednesday at an airport. The scene blends classic 90s physical comedy. It almost feels like a twisted nod to Beverly Hills Ninja with Chris Farley, as she calmly hands over concealed weapons hidden in the most unexpected places. But the punchline? That comes when security finally finds the real threat thing, casually smuggling in an oversized bottle of sunscreen. It's a quick gag, but it says a lot. The show isn't abandoning its irony or its roots, it's doubling down on that offbeat Addams humor. The tone starts out light, almost like a creepy summer comedy, but that doesn't last long. As the trailer shifts, the colors turn colder, the shots tighter. What once felt like playful danger now has real weight. The stakes are higher, and the threat is no longer just mysterious, it's personal. And with the season being released in 2 parts, August 6th and September 3rd, 2025, it's clear we're looking at a story told in 2 acts: setup and fallout. So now let's go frame by frame and break down what this trailer is really telling us and what it's trying to hide. Right after the comedic airport scene, we jump to a wide exterior shot of Nevermore Academy. This time, we get a much broader view of the school grounds, and pulling up is the Addams family's car, a visual we didn't get much of in Season 1. And that's where the trailer hits us with a twist. Pugsley is back, and he's got powers. He's shown using what looks like electric energy, eerily similar to Uncle Fester's abilities. That suggests he's developed his own supernatural edge since last we saw him, and he's officially enrolling at Nevermore. Next, the Addams family steps out of the car. And one thing stands out immediately. Lurch has been recast. The character is now played by Jonas Suotamo, replacing George Bercia. The change is clear, and while subtle in delivery, it's a big visual shift for fans paying close attention. Then comes a moment that hits right in the nostalgia. Wednesday reunites with Enid in a scene shot almost identically to her arrival at Nevermore in Season 1. Same camera angle, same door opening, almost frame for frame. It's a deliberate callback, like the show's way of saying, "We're back." Their interaction feels more natural now, more grounded, showing that their friendship has survived the chaos of Season 1. But something's different. Their dorm room is crowded and chaotic, buzzing with activity, and Wednesday looks visibly annoyed. Is Enid throwing a dorm party, or are new students flooding in? Either way, Wednesday's clearly not thrilled. Then the trailer shifts. Wednesday coldly mentions buried bodies. And from there, things get sinister. A sudden brutal attack flashes on screen. It might look like the Hyde at first glance, but something's off. The villain has the energy of a classic slasher, fast cuts, distorted angles, and retro-style editing that screams 1980s horror. And right on cue, the words, "This summer," hit the screen. That's no accident. The entire vibe is an homage to summer slashers. The kind of movies where teens are stranded, hunted, and haunted in isolated atmospheric settings. In the 80s, summer was the horror season, and this trailer knows it. We actually did a full breakdown of 10 essential slasher flicks you should watch before Season 2 drops. Links in the cards and down in the description. Eugene's back, and so are his bees. The scene is hazy with smoke, tension thick in the air. Wednesday appears in a uniform labeled Ophelia, which references the dorm wing at Nevermore, and also nods to Ophelia Frump, Morticia's sister from the 1960s Addams Family series. The setting feels like a mix between a camp and a battlefield, again reinforcing that 80s summer horror vibe. Maybe it's a camp competition, maybe it's a targeted attack on the outcasts. Either way, it's intense. Honestly, it wouldn't be surprising if part 1 of the season plays out like a full-on slasher arc. Mysterious deaths, a growing list of suspects, and a killer who hides in the shadows until the final act. We cut to a chilling image. Wednesday tied to a chair, gagged, surrounded by dolls. The kind of scene that wouldn't feel out of place in a classic slasher setup. The framing is tight, the lighting cold, and then she delivers the line, "Let's play dolls." No gore, no over-the-top drama, just that calm, eerie delivery. And it says everything. It's a quiet callback to the way Wednesday has always viewed the world through her own twisted lens. Whether she's caught in a vision or playing into someone else's game, this moment tells us Wednesday's still in control, even when she's the one tied up. Next, we're back in the dorm. Wednesday hands Enid a doll, possibly the same one from the previous scene. Is it a clue, a trophy, or part of some deadly game at camp? Pilgrim World is back, but this time it looks more like a full-blown theme park. Could it be another town event like we saw in Season 1? Or something more sinister tied to the descendants of Jericho's original settlers? Finally, we get a real glimpse of the Addams mansion. Gomez and Morticia appear inside, a setting fans have been dying to see more of. The interiors hint at a design closer to the original Charles Addams cartoons, eerie, ornate, and iconic. Enter Steve Buscemi as Barry Dort, Nevermore's new principal. His first appearance is brief, but loaded with personality. He's clearly eccentric, the perfect contrast to the stoic, commanding Weems, played by Gwendolyn Christie in Season 1. Wednesday, axe in hand, standing inside the school's clock tower, which we saw damaged earlier in the trailer. Sparks fly from exposed gears and machinery. The whole scene feels ripped from an 80s slasher, but with gothic flair. It also visually echoes Batman, 1989, another Burton classic. A masked figure flashes on screen, slasher vibes dialed to 11. The design feels reminiscent of The Strangers or You're Next, leaving us to wonder, is this a new supernatural villain, or just a twisted camp prank? A sudden car crash, followed by Thing in a state of panic. Then a quick glimpse of Camp Jericho, the perfect summer horror setting. We see Pugsley, Gomez, and Morticia in what looks like a tense, possibly dangerous situation at night. This might not be just a spooky sleepaway. Something real is brewing. Classic Addams humor. Uncle Fester in a bubble bath surrounded by rubber ducks. Fans of the 90s films will immediately clock the reference. Wednesday walks through a graveyard. A cracked headstone reads Addams. But whose grave is it? The mystery deepens as she searches for answers connected to her own family. Joanna Lumley as Grandmama Frump. Long rumored in leaks, she's now officially part of Season 2. We see her side by side with Wednesday, both holding weapons. A visual that instantly recalls the quirky, unpredictable energy of the 1960s Addams Family series. Bianca is back and appears to be using her siren powers on Tyler. Could she be manipulating him? Or is this just clever trailer editing? Either way, she's not in the background this season. Morticia, flipping through an old book or journal, suggesting she'll be doing some serious digging this season. Secrets from the past are definitely coming to the surface. Wednesday is struck by a powerful psychic vision, more intense than anything we've seen before. Her powers may be evolving, or the stakes are pushing her deeper into the paranormal. The hallway of Willow Hill Hospital, Tyler's supposed holding place. A Hyde emerges. Wednesday doesn't flinch. Is it Tyler? Or someone else entirely? Maybe even his mother? The Hyde legacy clearly isn't over. An ambiguous shot, some kind of school event, cloaked in mystery. It looks official, but feels off. There's definitely something brewing behind the curtain. Finally, we see Wednesday talking to Morticia. In the background, Enid, behind bars. Is she a prisoner, or just in the wrong place at the wrong time? Either way, something major is going down. The central mystery of Season 2 might be rooted deeper than we thought, right inside the Addams family tree. That cracked tombstone bearing the Addams name? It could be a side plot, or the heart of the entire story. Someone the family thought was long gone might not be as dead as they seem. And then there's Pugsley. His sudden electric powers might feel like a quirky upgrade. But what if they're more than that? His late-night scene in the trailer hints that he could play a bigger role in the unfolding events. Maybe he's not just tagging along. Maybe he's a key part of the puzzle. Now, when you pull back and look at the full picture, the camp setting, the tower, the masked figure, the classic slasher setup, it all starts to line up. A group of teens, a remote location, secrets, lies, disappearances. It's giving straight-up slasher energy. Only this time, the final girl already knows how to handle an axe. One scene in particular stands out. Bianca seemingly controlling Tyler with her siren powers. But is she helping or manipulating? The rivalry between Bianca and Wednesday was never truly resolved. And if Tyler's still hiding the monster inside, Bianca might be trying to harness it or shut it down for good. Or maybe, like so many trailer moments, it's just smart editing, splicing together unrelated events to throw us off. Either way, there's a storm brewing, and it looks like it's coming from inside the Addams bloodline. Steve Buscemi's Barry Dort might seem like comic relief at first glance, a quirky, offbeat, a fresh face at Nevermore. But if this season is playing by slasher rules, that's exactly the kind of character who turns out to be more than he seems. He could be the key to the bigger conflict, hiding in plain sight. And then there's the Hyde. The trailer drops one quick but chilling shot of the creature, and it begs the question, is it Tyler? Or are we looking at a new Hyde entirely? There's a strong theory floating around. It could be Tyler's mother. If the Hyde curse is hereditary, Season 2 might dive into how those powers are passed down or reawakened. The Hyde legacy may not end with Tyler. It may have just begun. Now, one of the hottest topics surrounding recent Netflix shows is the decision to split seasons, and Wednesday is no exception. Season 2 will be released in 2 parts. Part 1 drops August 6th, and Part 2 lands September 3rd. Sure, it might look like a marketing move, but look closely at the trailer, and the structure starts to make sense. Part 1 is setting the stage. New characters, eerie atmosphere, mystery unfolding. A slow burn, just like the beginning of a classic slasher, full of red herrings and creepy tension. Part 2, that's where everything unravels. It's the payoff. It's basically a slasher movie told in 2 acts. And honestly, we're here for it. So what do you think? Is Barry Dort more dangerous than he looks? Could there be more than one Hyde out there? Drop your theories in the comments, and we read everything. And if you caught any details we missed, let us know. Smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and don't forget to check out our video on 10 essential slasher films to watch before Season 2. It's right here on your screen now, and we'll see you in the next one.